Hi, this is Tim with RCNewb.com, and we are going to do yet another unboxing video. This one, I think I've given it away already as to what it is. It's the Axial RR10 Bomber, 1/10 scale, electric 4-wheel drive, ready to run, rock racer. This one is Axial's latest, and we'll find out if it's their greatest, but it's definitely a vehicle that caught my eye when it came out. I've long been a fan ever since getting my SCX-10 a few years ago. I've been a fan of Axial, and I've been a fan of the vehicles that they create and the platforms that they create. And really, I look at their lineup not just in as being individual vehicles, but as being platforms that can be built off of and created on or upon. So the Bomber, when it came out, it struck me as an interesting looking machine. It's patterned after Randy Slauson's bomber fabrication rock racer that he has built, the one-to-one vehicle, one-to-one scale vehicle, and that is a vehicle that has raced in the King of Hammers event. A couple box shots as I'm talking about this vehicle. And it's done quite well. Now, I was actually on the fence about what vehicle to get next. I ended up with a little bit of holiday money to spend, and it was burning a hole in my pocket. So I was looking at this, and I was also looking at the Axial Wraith Spawn, and I was also looking at the Axial Yeti. And after looking at all three and taking a few informal polls from a few friends in the hobby, the Bomber was the one that won out, and got it in today. Very happy. I'm really excited to open this box up. I should probably stop talking about it and actually get into it, which we'll do in just a moment. But before we do that, let's take a real quick peek at the box to see what we've got, what we can expect to get inside. It's got a Metal Gear Servo 35-turn brushed motor, a 3-channel transmitter, 2.4 gigahertz, and that's a tactic transmitter. Also has a 3-channel receiver. Has a AE5 ESC with drag brake. Has a high-low transmission. It also has adjustable aluminum shocks. Those are King off-road shocks, or at least modeled after the King off-road shocks. It has a waterproof receiver box, 4-link axle. It is a solid axle chassis setup, so that's going to be a little interesting. It's my first solid axle vehicle. My SCX-10 is independent suspension, full tube, plastic tube frame. Looks pretty cool. This one, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it yet as far as making modifications. Part of me is just tempted to leave it as it is and just run it and have a good time with it and have it be my get out and go machine whenever I want to just drive something and not get my crawler out. And I can't say enough how much I love my SCX-10. And I did toy with the idea of getting another SCX-10, but I wanted something a little bit different. I want something that can maybe go a little bit harder, and that I wouldn't be not that I'm afraid to run my SCX-10 hard, but I have so many scale things built into that, and that's really my scale trail machine, where it just looks odd jumping a Jeep, where this thing, if I were to hit a couple of jumps, it wouldn't look too out of place. So I think I want to look over the box one more quick time, make sure we're not missing anything. Yeah, that's enough of the box. Let's see what's inside. It's always a good feeling when you get a box from Axial, because you see that bright green packing tape that they use on their packaging, and you know what's inside. You know it's something good. So, oh, this thing is beast. It just wants to sit in the box. There we go. All right. Get that out of the way. All right, so we'll go through the important stuff first. Here's the instruction manual for the vehicle and for the transmitter. Here is the transmitter itself. To be honest, I'm not sure how much use this is going to get. Feels interesting. Looks decent. You know, I am probably going to, hopefully, bind my FlySky GT3B to this and use that rather than using this included transmitter. So we're going to get that out of the way. Parts bag with a bunch of stuff, some helmets in there. Heads, skull guy. Other spare parts, drive shafts, things like that. Wheel wrench. Your typical parts bag from Axial. And now we've got the vehicle itself. And it is riding on 2.2-inch tires. So that will be fun. A little bit of a change from my 1.9 tires that I'm running on my SCX10. Okay, so there it is, out of the box. Freed at last. As with most of or all of Axial's ready to run vehicles, it's got a lot of plastic on it. Which, you know, again, it's fine for what I'm going to do with this vehicle. That's fine. I may throw some aluminum at it down the road, but I don't plan on doing any major changes to this right off the bat. I will say that the chassis feels nice and strong. The tube frame feels nice and strong. Those King shocks look awesome. Nice amount of travel. Should give a decent amount of articulation. Cool little spare tire in the back. Again, just for looks more than anything. Tires feel good. Has some cool graphics on it. Neat drivers behind the wheel. Tires feel real grippy, which is very, very nice. This thing should float over some bumps pretty well. It should take some obstacles pretty well. One thing that I had been reading about and seeing other people posting about is this battery tray and the access to it. There we go. Hang up. So there's a little latch and a little brace that holds the battery in, and then here's where the battery is going to sit. And it uses a star connector, which is also compatible with Dean's. A Dean's plug, and I've got battery actually just done charging. So we're going to pop that in shortly, and I lost track of my cage here. There we go. So you slide that down, you pop that in, you put the body pins back in. It comes with pull tabs already. I'm a huge fan of adding pull tabs to my vehicles to keep the bodies on or to help pull the pins out quickly. So I'm happy to see that it comes with those. There, it'll go in nice. Let's take a look at the underside. Decent plastic body, trailing arms on the back, plastic. Again, there's going to be a lot of plastic on this machine. You can kind of get a glimpse through the cracks of the 35-turn brushed motor. That might be one area that I upgrade. I've been looking around at the possibility of throwing a 20-turn in there to get it up to something comparable to what the Wraith comes with. And again, I was looking at the Wraith Spawn, which comes with a 20-turn brushed motor, and then there was this. I figured with this being the newer vehicle, it's going to have some definite technological advances, mechanical advances over a vehicle that's been out for a year. So I went with this, knowing that it's got a bit of a smaller or slower crawling motor in it, because I do envision this thing as being a backyard basher, front yard basher to an extent, and it'll hit the rocks and crawl over some stuff as well. But I want it to be a good all-around vehicle. So we'll kind of see where we end up going with that. Scale detail wise, Axial always does a really good job with their scale details. Fuel cell in the back, that's looking cool. We already talked about the driver's body panel and just some other little odds and ends that you find around the vehicle that look really cool. So I really don't have a lot more to say at this point. I with all my vehicles, I can't wait to get a battery in it and run it around a little bit and see what it can do. So there it is. The Axial RR10 Bomber has been unboxed. I'm going to pop a battery in here and just kind of check it out, see how things go. So be sure to subscribe to the RCNewb YouTube channel if you haven't already. If you like this video, please do go ahead and click the like button on it. And definitely be sure to check back, because with all the rock racing, rock crawling vehicles that we have, I've got a few fun things planned, not just for this vehicle, but for all of them, to more or less do a comparison to give you an idea, a better idea, clearer picture, I guess, of what the radio-controlled rock crawling scene looks like. And we've got videos, we have vehicles that really run the gamut, from a toy grade vehicle in the Maisto rock crawler that, in my opinion, is phenomenal for a toy, all the way up to this and the SCX-10 and the Red Cat Racing RS-10, and also the bargain priced HG P402 that I recently picked up. So be on the lookout for that in the future. Again, for now, this is the Axial RR10 Bomber, unboxed and ready to roll. So until next time, thank you guys very much for watching.